covers New Hampshire like we do. We're WMUR News 9.
And there's a lot of activity going on here now at the Verizon as they get ready for a competition of a different sort. We'll tell you about it coming up.
Later today, the Verizon Civic Center will be rocking, but not because the Monarchs are in town. Instead, teams from up and down the East Coast will be competing in the regional first competition. WMUR's Ray Brewer standing by live at the Verizon Center with some of the competitors and a look at their incredible machines. Hi, Ray.
And hello, Audrey. It may be cold outside, but things will definitely be heating up here at the Verizon Wireless Center later today. And I'm joined now, it's by one of the first engineers, and actually there since the inception, Eric Rasmussen. Eric, for those who aren't familiar with FIRST, what is it?
What is FIRST? Well, FIRST stands for Inspiration and Recognition of Science and Technology, and we're a nonprofit here in Manchester that has a nationwide program. In fact, we also have participants in Canada, Brazil, and Great Britain. And what we do is we aim to get students involved in science and technology and engineering by exposing them to a robotics competition and all the aspects of building a robot and then competing with it.
Now, the task changes from year to year, is that correct?
Yes, every year we change the game design so that they have something new to look forward to and to keep the veterans on their toes and try to keep an equal footing with the rookies. And so this year the game is, stacking the crates and climbing up on top of the ramp, playing King of the Hill.
Okay. Now, in terms of materials that they can use, is the sky the limit? Are there certain things that they have to incorporate?
Well, we give them a lot of flexibility in the basic physical materials to build the robot. We do keep some constraints for safety reasons on the motors and the pneumatics and the battery power that they can use. We provide them all with a control system so that we can remotely shut them down and start them automatically during a match.
Okay. And why a competition?
Well, we figured that the best way to attract students is to use something that they're already familiar with. And a lot of people are familiar with sports events and things like that. So we came up with a competition as a way to draw them in and to get them excited about it. And it lets them, showcase people's technical prowess in terms of the engineering mentors and students like that.
Okay, thanks very much for joining us this morning, Eric. I'd like to bring in now Mike Heffron, who's with BAE Systems, which is the sponsor for this event. And Mike, are you excited about this?
We're very excited, Ray. This is a great opportunity for us to work with these kids and develop new high technology leaders in the company.
Now, why did BAE Systems get involved with the first competition as opposed to maybe some of the others?
Well, Ray, this is a high technology competition. It provides these students a real opportunity to develop their skills, to see what science and technology are all about at a high school level. So they get to use the tools and math and science that they're learning about in high school and bring it to the playing field.
And do you think this will pay off in terms of interesting new people in engineering? As you know, there's been a lot of science and engineering and math scores in the U.S. have tended to be down over the past couple of decades.
Yes, we believe that this competition provides the students that are interested in math and technology, along with those that have an idea that they think they might be interested in it. And this is just really one of the parts that we work with these kids. When they graduate this program and go on, hopefully, to a technology school, we work with them to continue that opportunity.
Okay, thanks very much. Well, we've done enough talking, so in the next segment, we're going to see how these things work. And we're going to start off with a local team, Team Chaos, here from Manchester. That's all coming up in our next segment. Audrey?
Looking forward to that. Thanks, Ray. Well, there will be some fierce competition going on at the Verizon Wireless Arena later today. No, it's not the Monarchs playoff hockey. It will involve teams from up and down the East Coast. It's the regional competition for FIRST, where robots rule. WMUR's Ray Brewer standing by live with some of the competitors. Hi, Ray.
And hello, and good morning again to you, Audrey. And I'm joined now by a couple of members of Team Chaos. Excuse me. Ryan and Kristen. And Kristen, you're starting to drive here, and we got your robot in action. And how's it going so far? How's it handling?
Pretty good. Right now we're stacking up a couple more boxes.
All right. Ryan, a little bit about your robot now as we take a look at number 131, Team Chaos here. What did you look at in terms of design when you first went with the blank sheet of paper there?
Simplicity. We wanted to keep it simple this year. We went with a simple drivetrain of 2 drill motors and a simple lift. No cables, just a set screw that lifts the boxes as it is right now. Lifting it one high, we want to stay compact and not flip over while going over the ramp.
Now, what about in terms of offense and defense? What did you look at in terms of those capabilities?
Our major offense is the stacking. We thought that the multiplier was a huge part of the game, so we made sure we were able to stack.
Okay. Kristen, you're concentrating intently now. How's it driving there?
Pretty good. Yeah, I feel that.
All right. It seems to be stuck there. We're not moving too much. What's going on here?
No, when we put the next boxes on, they weren't really lined up, so we went back to fix them.
All right. And what about now in terms of defensive capabilities, Ryan?
Well, we're able to guard our stack by holding it inside of our robot, and we're pretty strong with our drivetrain, although it's simple. We were able to push around other teams yesterday.
Now, Ryan, have you always been interested in science?
Yes, I've always been interested in math as well.
What about this competition? Is it a little bit? It looks a little bit different from your normal science project.
Yeah, it is. It's a lot more intense. The 6-week period is definitely a deadline which we definitely try to meet, and it's a lot more intense than a regular math and science project for school.
Now, when you're going to be competing against the other teams, have you taken part in other first competitions?
Yes, this is my 3rd year on the team. Although I'm a senior, it's my 3rd year.
All right. And Kristen, looks like your stack's getting a little high there.
Yep, I think we're done.
Now, how are you going to protect that?
Actually, we'd probably usually go onto the other side and make sure that they don't have stacks and knock over them. And other than that, we just, watch it.
Yeah. And in terms of your planning, your competition, your thoughts, have you worked out all that in terms of what you're planning to do?
Well, it really depends because you find out who you're going to be with today. So it depends on who we're with and what skills they have and how we can complement each other.
Okay. So you satisfied with how it worked here on this test?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Best of luck to Team Chaos here from Manchester. We'll talk to a couple of the other teams coming up in the next half hour. Reporting live in Manchester, Ray Brewer, WMUR, as the stack falls over, News 9.
All right, Ray, thank you. It is 5. Later today, the Verizon